Hello, and welcome to the Trading with Ashley show. Would you love to find a way to triple your gains on your favorite stock without selling options? Well, this video is for you. I will be going over the core trading method. Now, I used this method to actually help flesh out my Palantir position. It allowed me to grow my Palantir position to the desired size without having to buy everything up front. Basically, what it is all about is you use the leverage of the market oscillating up and down and your favorite stock moving within its Bollinger Bands, and you basically buy low and sell high, but not with your entire position. The reason I like the core trading method is it helps with something that a lot of traders struggle with, and that is FOMO, fear of missing out. Basically, you're struggling with, do I take profit? Especially now, if you look at a stock like Palantir, it's riding so high, and you've made so much money if you entered this trade when I first started talking about it, and you're wondering, do I take profit, or is it going to continue to run? Well, the core trading method actually helps you because you only sell a portion of your position. Then you allow the other portion of your position to continue to run if it wants to run. But if it pulls back, you use the profit that you built up from swing trading a portion of your position to actually expand your position, and you buy more shares. Now, using this method allowed me to flesh out my position in Palantir, and I basically was getting free shares because I was using everything I had built up from swing trading it to expand my position. Now, if you do this, I'm going to show you the math behind just buying and holding versus if you use the core trading method on your favorite stock, you can easily triple your gains over a period of time. For those of you that are interested in getting into the game of selling options, but you just don't know where to begin, I have got a special surprise for you. This Saturday evening, I am going to be offering a free webinar. The topic is selling covered calls. Now, selling covered calls is very special to me because this is exactly how I broke into trading. I had company stock that I had been holding for several years, and once I learned how to trade options, I started selling covered calls in my position, so much so that I was able to actually replace my income from corporate America, and eventually I was able to walk away so that I could trade full-time for a living. If you're interested in this very special free webinar, this is a gift from me to all of my subscribers, then you definitely want to sign up sooner rather than later. Space is limited, and if this is something you're passionate about and you have been waiting for the right time to get into options, the time is now. Now I am going to take you into the computer. We are going to evaluate the core trading method, and I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to use this process to expand your position in your favorite stock. And it works for traders that have large accounts and small accounts. As long as you can afford a few shares of your favorite stock, you can use this strategy to grow your account. Here's how the concept works. Now, I taught this to my community members just this week, and we went over it, and now they are starting to practice it. But basically, here's what happens. You hold a core position of any of your favorite stocks, and then you swing trade the remaining so that you can use the profits from the swing trade to then increase your position size without having to dig into your pocket for more money. Let's say you have 1,000 shares of Palantir that you purchased at $80 a share. And when it recently rose up to, let's say, 115, you decided to take 25 to 50% of your position and sell it for profit. You kept a core position of 500 shares and you sold the other 500 shares to create the profit that you're going to use to expand your position later on. Now, why does this work? Because it handles two issues when you're trading. One, there's the issue of the FOMO, the fear of missing out. You're afraid to sell your position because Even if it pulls back a little, you're worried that it will then take off again before you can actually reestablish your position and that you will be left behind wishing you would have never sold to begin with. Well, if you hold on to 50% of your position at all times, it eliminates that concern because no matter whether the stock is going up or down, you have your core position, which you never intend to release. Knowing this allows you to forge ahead and take profit on the other half of your position. Then you sit in cash and just patiently wait until your stock, in this case Palantir, pulls back. Now, if your sell price was $115, you would then want to wait until Palantir pulled below $115 to start reestablishing your position. Let's say you watched this ebb and flow for a few days and you decided to reestablish your position at $105 a share. Now we take all the profit that was built up from the sale of our initial 500 shares at $115. That yielded us $57,500. Now we use that same amount to go and repurchase our shares. We've got our limit order set. It fills at 105, so that allows us to take that same amount of money, and now we get to go back and buy 547 shares. This increased our position size by 47 shares. Now, if you're of the belief, like I am, that Palantir will continue to rise and maybe in 5 years we're sitting at about $600 a share, you just gained another 47 shares at $600 a share. That's an additional $28,200 in free shares. You did not have to pay for them out of pocket. You used your trading profits to pay for them. The best part about this, it doesn't matter if you have a small account or a large account. You can apply this to simply 2 shares. All you need is 2 shares of a stock. You hold on to one, you sell the other when it's in profit, and you use the profits from the first sell to then repurchase additional shares. Now, you may ask, okay, how can I ensure that I actually am moving forward with this methodology? All you have to do is get enough profit to buy at least one more share and you are ahead of the game. But there is a process you can follow to ensure you're getting the best entries and exits using technical analysis. Now we're going to go take a look at that. Now here is Palantir currently trading at about $113 a share. If you want to use technical analysis to best determine your sell and buy orders, let's just simply look at the Bollinger Bands and we'll look at our moving averages for re-entries. Once you are in the top of the Bollinger Band, anywhere in this top quadrant, you can consider selling. But typically, I like to try to go to the top of the band, and then when I'm at the top of the band, I like to look at my RSI. If my RSI is over 70, and in this case it is, it's sitting right now at 74, then I consider that a healthy trade for taking profit. I will go ahead and sell at that point. Okay, so when do I re-enter? At this point, you want to start to look at some of your basic technical analysis. This is your Bollinger Band. This is the 20-period moving average right in the center. It's the simple moving average, and it looks at the last 20 days of activity. And currently, this is sitting at around $92, $91 a share. So knowing this, I would set a buy order to repurchase at least a portion of my shares right here at this 20-day moving average. So that would be right at about, let's say $91.50 would be my repurchase price for maybe 250 shares. Then I would set myself up for a second buy order that, quite frankly, might take longer to get to this level just because Palantir is riding high. But I'd like to put my order, let's say, about $5 or $6 below that, maybe at 85. And that would be a good spot to maybe buy another couple hundred shares. And then I would do a granny shot order where I would hope it would fill, and I'd come all the way down here to around this $80 mark, which is currently serving as our 50-day moving average. And I would flesh out the remaining part of my shares. Now let's go look at the math on this and compare if we were to apply this methodology to our shares. Let's compare it to a simple buy and hold strategy versus actually doing this and seeing how much more money we can make. If we were to look at doing this for 5 years with Palantir, simply buying 1,000 shares at $85 a share, that would be an $85,000 investment. Selling 500 shares at $115 a share, that would be $57,000 in profit. If we were to take that profit and rebuy shares, this time at something reasonable, about $90 a share, maybe it doesn't pull back all the way to 85, but we do get maybe a $90 entry. That would allow for the purchase of 638 shares versus the 500 that we started with. That's an impressive 27.6% increase in your share count. Now, that's very reasonable if you're doing this once a year. But for the sake of being conservative, let's just assume 20% for our calculation. If you do this 5 years in a row, increasing your share count by 20%, due to the core trading method, in 5 years, you would have amassed 2,488 shares versus your initial 1,000 shares. Let's look at our profit. The buy and hold method would be 1,000 shares at $600 a share. That would equal $600,000. Not bad. But when you compare that to the core trading method, where you would have 2,488 shares multiplied by $600 a share. Now, this is impressive. You would be looking at $1.492 million by using the core trading method. That is almost 3 times your initial buy and hold strategy. Now, for those of you with smaller accounts, let's go look at a smaller price stock like SoundHound. Now, SoundHound is not yet a profitable company, so you definitely want to consider that with your position sizing. But if you look at where we are with the technical analysis for this stock, we are entering the point where I would consider starting to establish my position. So let's walk through the dynamics. If we're at the bottom of the band here and on our RSI we're close to 30, right now we're at 42, I would set a buy order in this situation right here, maybe at about $13 a share, because this is the bottom of the band. If everything went according to plan and the order filled and then SoundHound started to move back up, then as it rose back up, I would wait patiently until it got to the top of the band to actually sell any of the shares. If I had, let's say, 1,000 shares, I'd keep 500 regardless, and then when I got up here to the top of the band, whatever it is at the time, let's say 1,750, I would sell either 25 or 50% of my shares. For the sake of calculation, we'll calculate 50% of our shares being sold at the 1,750 mark. Then, when it pulls down to the middle of the band, right here at 16, I would start to re-establish my position, maybe at about 50% of the proceeds used to start to re-establish my position right here. Then I'd set additional buy orders all the way down to maybe the bottom of the band, or even depending on the price action at the time, I might set a larger buy order right down here at about 1080, which serves as the 100-day moving average. Now let's go compare applying the core trading strategy to SoundHound versus just the buy and hold and see how much more we would make. Now let's apply the core trading strategy to SoundHound. Let's assume you buy 1,000 shares starting at $13 a share. That's a $13,000 investment. When it gets to $18 a share, you sell half of your position, 500 shares. That yields $9,000 in profit. Now you take that same $9,000, you wait for a slight pullback, repurchase shares at $14 a share. This will allow you to purchase 642 shares versus the 500 that you just sold. That's a 28% increase in share count. Again, being conservative, let's do this over the next 5 years, increasing our share count by 20%. In 5 years, you would have 2,488 shares versus the 1,000. Now, let's assume in 5 years, SoundHound is trading at $50, which is also very reasonable. 1,000 shares for the buy and hold method would have yielded you $50,000 in 5 years. If you did the core trading strategy, That would yield you $124,400 in 5 years. Again, almost 3 times your initial buy and hold strategy. I hope you found this helpful. It's such an honor to be on YouTube and to be able to help those of you that want to take control of your finances. Remember, if you are with Trading with Ashley, there's no trader left behind. Now, if you were excited about learning about covered calls and you just can't wait until the webinar, you can go ahead and watch a video I made on covered calls. You can watch that right here.